Good morning, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Pro Bowl weekend. We're so Oh, what? Sorry, did I miss the Pro Bowl? I know. It's exciting for the guys. It's exciting for their contract bonuses. It's exciting. It's very exciting. I just haven't watched in years, and I have no desire to do so. I know Matt LaFleur and the Packers staff are out there coaching, and bully for them. But yeah, I'll be spending my time in other ways, but I'm sure many of you will be tuning in. I hope you have a great time doing so. Hey, before we get going, before we go any further, birthday shout out to Kathleen. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Kathleen. I hope you have a fantastic day and you get spoiled in whatever you're doing. Big B is here. Good to see you, Big B. Hope you're doing well, man. Pro Bowl makes for good napping background noise. I have to say, a lot of people probably agree with you, Jake, because every year everyone talks about not watching the Pro Bowl, and then every year millions of people tune in. The numbers are always crazy. So it's football, I guess, and that'll do. Good morning from snowy Indiana. Hello, Mary Beth. Good morning from rainy New York City. It's really overcast and rainy this morning. It's supposed to get snow this afternoon. A wintry mix, if you will. How many years would the Packers offer Rodgers for a final contract? 1, 2, 3 years, or a retirement contract? That's the $1 million question, isn't it, Robin? And I'm sure that's part of the discussion going on internally right now. I still come back to they'll most likely, if they do want to bring him back, if they do bring him back, I think we'll see kind of the same dance we saw with Drew Brees, making it a year-to-year kind of thing. They're going to want the flexibility to turn to Jordan Love at some point, if it's not this year. But we'll see how that plays out. Don't want to miss any super chats. Saw a couple pop up there. Alex, thanks for the super chat. Will it be even harder for Green Bay to sign good free agents without crazy overpaying in the future if 12 is gone and 17 publicly voices the unhappiness with the tag? Well, the unhappiness with the tag isn't Green Bay specific. Every player hates the tag, and that's the cost of doing business. The 12 thing, life after Rodgers will be a bit harder to kind of recruit certain guys, I would suspect. But ultimately, if the Packers are playing, top dollar market rate, their money's as green as anybody else's. Now, some of it will depend on a guy and how he views his professional life, and if he wants to be all football all the time and have very little to do outside of that, then yeah, Green Bay is the spot for him. And there are plenty of guys like that. But if a guy wants to be in a bigger city and have a little bit more nightlife to his life, then yeah, it's probably a little harder sell, especially without Aaron Rodgers in town. I don't think that's going to be a monster factor, but I think it's silly to completely dismiss it. Will they have to crazy overpay to get guys? I get maybe in some instances. I just think that more often than not, they'll just have to pay top dollar, but not completely over the top, way above market value. But hey, back in the day, how'd they turn things around? They gave Reggie White a boatload of money, and that turned the tide. So who knows if there's a big fish out there who could change things in Green Bay the way Reggie did. I doubt it, of course, but down the line, and I'm talking this offseason, but 4 or 5 years down the line, who knows? What else we got here? Alex, again, thanks for the super chat. By the way, we will know who MVP officially is this week. No, next week, I believe. Next Thursday is the NFL honors. So either during the day or maybe the day before, it'll get probably leaked out. But I think they're going to try and keep it under wraps until then. Maybe it gets reported before then. That's a possibility. But I know the NFL honors are next Thursday night, and that's when they're supposed to announce it publicly. Ed, thanks for the super chat. Nags, how will Packers brass react when Rodgers demands an extension for Cobb and signing Pat McAfee to a long-term deal? I'm sure they'll have a couple Advil and they'll convene. Johnny, thanks for the super chat. Good morning, Nags. I hope you have a good weekend. Just wondering, are the updates on Alex's missing super chat from yesterday? We want answers. No updates to report. I went searching and didn't find it. Mark, thanks for the super chat. What do you think an MVS deal looks like? I'm fascinated to find out. Um, it's so impossible to say without knowing what their plan is as far as the rest of the cap, right? I think anything is going to have a significant guaranteed amount in the first year of the deal, and then they absolutely explode the cap hit in years 2 and 3 and maybe 4 if he signs for a 4-year deal. But um, as far as average per year, I have no idea. That is a really tricky one because obviously he's more, I would think, more valuable to the Packers and how they operate on offense than he probably would be to other teams on the open market. But I do not doubt for a second that if he hit the open market, he would get a pretty damn nice contract. So I don't know. That's a very tough one. Big Daddy Cool Breeze, what's up, man? Get Banky a dirty snowball at Cleo's for me next time you two are in Appleton. Banky never goes to Appleton. He's a total snob. He's Green Bay all the time. Eric, thanks to the super chat. Nags, will you and the gang be in Las Vegas for the draft? No, we will not. I will be sorry guys. I will be in studio here in New York City, and Corey will be in Green Bay, and we will be having our annual NFL draft live stream all 3 days. That's right. First round, rounds 2 and 3 on Friday, then all the rest on Saturday. I'll be in studio for the entirety of the draft. Hope you guys will join us right here on the Cheesehead TV YouTube channel. Just like last year, hopefully we'll have plenty of guests. Last year we had Kenny Clark, David Bakhtiari, among others, joining us live. It was a lot of fun. Hope you can stop by. Jason, thanks for the super chat. Maybe the Pack should bring in Nolan Cromwell as a special teams consultant. Wow. Man, that's a pull right there, Jason. Well done. Let's give a shout out to our good friends over at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Cheesehead. That's promo code Cheesehead. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and check out all they have to offer, including same-game parlays, player props, live betting, and so much more. DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. If Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, don't forget about the DraftKings Fantasy app. They are offering millions of dollars in total prizes every week. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Cheesehead. Do it, folks. Do it. Peter, thanks for the super chat. Hello from Denmark, Nags. If Rodgers comes back to play for the Packers next year, please beg coach to bench him come playoff time and let Love play. Yeah, no, that would be a disaster. I'm going to go with a big no on that one, but thanks, buddy. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Good morning, Nags. Just want to thank Nicholas for clarifying my change the tide super chat comment yesterday. I just wanted to know what changed. Well, now you got your explanation. And what's funny is that I make this whole impassioned thing about like, you're reading the tea leaves and the Ian Rappaport report and blah, blah, blah. And then Andrew Brandt drops this whole column about, yeah, I still think he's going to leave. So who knows? Who knows? Deshaun, thanks for the super chat. Blame pie chart for the loss. 80%, 12, 20% special teams. Man, I don't know. I just don't know if I agree with your police work there, Deshaun. I'd bump up special teams. I'd give it at least 40%. Probably. I'll be back at the draft party from my basement man cave in H&R Block cardboard cutout. That's right, Joey. I'm looking forward to it. Eric, what's up on Facebook, man? How are you? Just heard Pettin could be in the mix as a defensive coordinator for the Vikings. I saw that this morning. Who else would love to see 10 yards of cushion on 3rd and 3 in the Packers' favor? It'd be a nice change of pace, right? Man, Pettin revenge games twice a year. Bring that on. Can't wait. Andrew, what a question. Favorite candy bar? Mr. Goodbar. For a long time, it was Snickers, but Mr. Goodbar has overtaken it. This is not an ad. GPP, thanks for the super chat. Your favorite in-person memory at Lambeau Field? Going with my granddad when I was 3 years old. It's my earliest memory in life, sitting in the south end zone. And this is before there was the big monstrosity that's built there now. Watching the Packers take on the Lions for my grandpa's seats. He had season tickets. Earliest memory ever. And it was grandpa and I at Lambeau, and it was amazing. It's incredible. Incredible stuff. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Andrew Brandt kind of just says what's on his mind. Yeah, well, that's his job. That's what he's supposed to do. Nags, how are you liking Boba Fett so far? Have you seen this week's episode? I did. It's just interesting that they had 3 terrible episodes and then went like, oh, yeah, we should just do more Mandalorian. And now they've been doing more Mandalorian for the last 2 weeks. And I understand they didn't do it as a response to how terrible the first 3 were. That was always planned, but it is kind of funny. It's like they knew, like, people are going to hate these first 3 episodes. Like fucking Power Rangers showing up and what have you. And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, don't worry about how crappy this is. Here's some Mando for you. Have a good, and a bunch of other characters that you know, and have a good time. It's fun though. I like it. These last 2 episodes, the first 3 were fucking terrible. Joe Judge for Packers special teams. There's a possibility. Who was it? I read somewhere. I can't remember. I was reading a bunch of shit yesterday, and someone suggested the assistant in Seattle, and I can't remember his name, but that's the kind of hire I think Matt LaFleur will most likely look at. Somebody from a special teams unit that is exceptional, young up and comer. Maybe he calls a name. Joe Judge is obviously a name that's been floating around, but I tend to think he'll probably end up hiring someone we're not familiar with. That would be my guess. Dave, thanks for the super chat. If Rodgers stays in Green Bay for a few years and performs near his level of 2021, what's the over-under on head coaches that come out of Green Bay? That's a really good question because he does tend to power that kind of thing, right? I would say probably another 1 or 2 if he's around for a few more years. Jason, thanks for the super chat. Jair is what T-Buck was supposed to be. Fair statement? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, shorter, I guess. Are they shorter in stature? Is that the comparison here? And they're both first-round picks. I mean, T-Buck became a player. He just had to leave Green Bay to do it. Don't forget, he could play. I mean, that guy had a good career after he left the green and gold. But I guess, yeah, that's somewhat fair. Fred, thank you for the super chat. If they bring Rodgers back, assuming he wants to be back, anything less than bringing the Lombardi home will make it the wrong decision, in my opinion. Go Pack, go. Fred, I could not agree more. The only way that turns out to be the right decision is if they win some hardware. And that is it. That is the bar. Anything below that is a fail. Totally agree. I haven't watched a Pro Bowl for many years. It's not football. I haven't either. And look, I'm sure the guys in it are having a good time. I'm sure the people that do watch it get some enjoyment out of it. I just ain't that person. John, thanks for the super chat. No hot takes today. Just thankful for all you do. Oh, John, that's very nice of you, buddy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Kurt Russell, Robin Williams, and the team from the best of times could be our special teams. Wow, what a pull. Sean on Facebook. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna go watch that this weekend. I haven't seen that in forever. That was a fun movie. Campbell has to be a priority to bring back on the defense. Sly, I would think so, yes. What's so hard to predict, though, is, what their cap calculations are going to look like with 12, without 12, 17. Is he tagged? Is he got a contract? Like, those are the 2 that have to get done. I would absolutely think that Devondre Campbell is a priority. Are they going to break the bank for him? I mean, coming off an all-pro year, this is the Green Bay Packers. This is an inside linebacker. I mean, you got to think his agent is like, we would love to hit the market, but I tend to think he's probably more valuable in Green Bay, much like MVS, than he is out on the street for another team in another system with other guys around him. And I'm sure that's the pitch the Packers will make, but they're going to have to pay to keep him around. Chris, thanks for the super chat. I will forever wish Demarius Randall panned out. He played decent that 2016 season, but will forever be remembered as burnt toast. Yeah, you talk about a guy who just never put it together. T-Buck was Jair's mentor coming out of the draft. I had read that, Alex. I forgot about it until you just mentioned it. Please draft a defensive end in the first round. Rob, I'm with you, man. Now, are you talking like 3-4 D end, or are you talking outside linebacker, pass rusher? I think they could do with either one of them, actually. But if you guys missed it, make sure you check out my chat with Joseph, our draft writer here at Cheesehead TV. That went up yesterday on the channel. We mostly centered around the offense. We'll talk defense next week, but Joseph knows his shit, man. We were on the live stream last year, and he was on as a Patreon member, and he had his whole board set up and just tons of information about each guy. And then like every time the Packers were close to being on the clock, Corey would be like, Joseph, who's on your board? And this kid like had pretty much everybody who the Packers ended up taking as one of his like top 3 or 5 guys. Like it was like uncanny. So that's a dude you want to check out. Make sure you check out his writing too on Cheesehead TV. He just had a Senior Bowl preview go up last night. Nicholas, thanks for the super chat. Was there ever a time where you enjoyed the Pro Bowl? Yes, when I was a kid and James Lofton was the only Packer in the Pro Bowl. It was a thrill to see a Packers helmet along with all the other like all-stars in that game, because it was the one time you actually got to see the Packers associated with something good when it came to the game of football. Because, man, those teams were bad. Those Packer teams were bad, man. The offense was fun, but those were some bad teams. But, yes, I loved the Pro Bowl. And it was like, I think there was a year they had Lofton and Kaufman, and maybe JJ was in it. So they had a couple Packers helmets kind of sprinkled around. But, yeah, I'll never forget like James Lofton's lone Packer helmet and being like, this is awesome. Dave, thanks for the super chat. My young memory is probably skewing things, but T-Buck would be remembered a lot better if the Cowboys ever got called for OPI. That's a fair statement, but that's a lot of people that would look a lot better if Michael Irvin's Hall of Fame career didn't include pushing off nearly every touchdown. Dawson, thanks for the super chat. Hey, Nags, happy Fridays. Special toppings tonight. No special toppings. It'll just be cheese, the way the girls like it. Ron, thanks for the super chat. Time to move on from Rodgers. Ron put down $10 to say that to y'all. Time to move on from Rodgers. I mean, if you watch the channel, if you read my Twitter feed, you know I agree. But I ain't in charge. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Where do we have to move up to get the defensive end from Michigan? Way too far. From 28? That ain't happening, Chris. Draco, thanks for the super chat. I'd like to see them bring back the old school QB challenge. I haven't watched since that went away. If you follow NFL Throwback on Instagram, they have been kind of cutting up old clips from those challenges, and they're awesome. I agree, man. That was awesome. It was great. John, thanks for the super chat. Sean Taylor's hit on the punter was the pinnacle. Dude. If you guys haven't seen that, just go to YouTube and put in Sean Taylor punter, and you'll see one of the craziest hits in a fucking exhibition game. It's nuts, man. He damn near knocked him out. Jake, DN from Michigan might go top 2. Yeah, exactly. So that ain't happening. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a huge favor and hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends, tell your family, Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Pro Bowl if you partake. If not, I'll see you on Monday. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go Pack Go.